During the production of my portfolio, I have used new media technologies such as Blogger to share the work that I have done. Using this technology has enabled me to share my research and planning in a wide range of formats, as I can embed presentations, videos and images. Therefore, the use of Blogger has enabled me to make the work that I have done engaging and aesthetically pleasing, so that it's more interesting to those viewing it. As a result, I have effectively used Blogger to show the development of this project and display the work that I have produced. During my research and planning tasks, I used a new technology in the form of presentation software. For example, I have used Prezi for some of the research and planning tasks because not only is it aesthetically pleasing, but it also allows the viewer to adjust the positions of slides, making it interactive. This makes a presentation more engaging as the viewer has more control over what they are seeing and when. I found Prezi very effective to use as it looks nice and enables me to include all the information I need. It's easy to import images and even allows me to embed videos. This is very helpful because it allows me to make my work more visual and therefore easy to understand for the audience, and also for myself if I need to review it. Similarly, Powtoon is very easy to use and also has similar benefits. A new feature of Powtoon allows me to add voiceovers to each slide so that I can now narrate them instead of making them text heavy. This will allow me to make the slides more engaging as they can have less to read and carry more visual information. I feel that technology and presentation platform has been used effectively during the research and planning stages of the production. Almost all of the presentations that I have produced are visually engaging or interactive in some way, and this makes the information more stimulating. Therefore, I think that my ability to display information has improved greatly. I have learnt to create more attractive presentations and how to format them in an interactive platform. I also use new technologies through an online media platform, which has played a huge role in the information and knowledge I've gained throughout this project. I utilise new online technologies such as YouTube, TV guides and search engines such as Google. Using these allowed me to find and watch videos, find broadcasting dates and times, search for information such as definitions and searching for websites. This was particularly useful during the research into similar tasks, as I used YouTube to find soap opera trailers and TV guides. I feel that I have been very effective in using the internet, as I was able to get all the information I needed by using search engines. This can be seen within my research and planning tasks, as they are all completed with accurate information and are referenced with links to show where I found it. To research the audience's wants and needs, I use technology such as the internet to create an interactive survey and digital technology such as cameras and boom mics to film focus groups. We chose to use interactive survey technology in the form of SurveyMonkey because it can reach a wide range of people quickly through sharing or sending links. In doing this, I was able to get both quantitative and qualitative data, as SurveyMonkey offers a wide range of questioning formats and enabled me to retain responses from many people fitting into my target audience. Therefore, I was successful in using this form of technology, as the feedback gained from this was very useful and very effective. For the focus group, I used technology such as a camera, boom mic and tripod. Using these technologies enabled me to create steady footage that is easily audible, as use of the boom mic meant that sound was captured in a more clear way. The boom mic was used effectively during this task, as the extendable pole was used to hold it above the focus group. This put the boom mic closer to those speaking, therefore capturing the sound in a clearer way. Completing a focus group also granted the opportunity to use technology such as Adobe Premiere to edit it, therefore bettering my skills in piecing together footage. Technology has been used very effectively during this stage of research, as it enabled me to collect and display the data in a clear and effective way, therefore showing that my skills in using such technologies are improving. During the production, we used digital technology such as cameras and tripods in order to capture the footage. We used a wide range of cameras due to a limited number, however this raised concerns regarding the quality of the footage. To avoid the quality of the footage varying, we ensured that all of the cameras that we used to film shot footage in 1080p. As a result, using these different technologies enabled us to shoot consistent footage to a good quality, as the cameras we used shot with a consistent picture resolution. Therefore, we were successful in using these technologies to shoot footage that was clear and consistent in quality. To create our own Foley sounds, we used technology such as a Roland sound recorder. This enabled us to record background sound and voiceovers for the production. We used voiceovers for most of the speech to ensure that it's clear and audible over the soundtrack.
I'm out now, and I'm not going back.
I can't do this anymore.
Plus, this was very useful in creating a sound bridge, a conventional feature of trailers.
How could you? You promised you wouldn't!
I feel that we have used this form of technology well because the dialogue in the form of voiceovers in the trailer we created are clearly audible. We created titles using technology such as post-production software, Adobe After Effects and Photoshop. Finding the font under font.com, we used Photoshop to manipulate its colour and size. Adobe After Effects was used to apply a special effect, Wigglerama, which makes it move and shake. This technology was successfully used as the audience commented on the titles during feedback, saying that they work well with the content and clearly communicate the genre of the media text. As a result, I feel that this technology was used effectively to create titles that coincide with the production. In using technology such as editing software, they offer a range of preset transitions. I have used these during the sequence in the form of dip to whites. I used this transition to make the long take more engaging since it's unconventional for a trailer to use such camera work and editing. I hope that using this technique would make the footage appear more edgy and jumpy and therefore hold the attention of the audience. However, the use of this post-production technique was not as effective as I'd hoped. It didn't come out as jumpy or edgy as I'd have liked it to appear. This doesn't have the desired effect of breaking up the long take, therefore I feel that I was not successful in using new technology such as transitions offered by editing software to do this. The technology used to edit our production also enabled us to manipulate the colour of the footage. The editing software Adobe Premiere allowed us to use colour grading in order to add a cold, dull edge to the colour of the footage. We did this by manipulating the colour balance and saturation, and this was applied to all of the shots, applying the change to the colour grading as necessary for each shot. We use this technology to communicate the lower class of the characters and represent the realistic nature of the themes and narratives. Audience feedback showed that this was clear to the audience as they stated that the colour showed or suggested that the characters live negative lives. As a result of the audience picking up on this, I feel that we have used this technology effectively as the audience show a dominant reading of the messages encoded through the use of colour. Therefore, I feel that I've used this form of technology successfully and have also improved my skills in using Premiere, as this has made me more familiar with manipulating the appearance of the footage. In order to make the volume of the voiceovers recorded using Roland match that of the music, I had to use Adobe Audition. This allowed me to boost the volume of the sound to make it louder. Using this form of technology allowed us to make the trailer easier to understand, as the audience could now hear the dialogue better and therefore follow the story more effectively.
She's gay!
Prior to this, I was not familiar with this software, however I feel that I was able to use it effectively to get the levels of the audio to a point where they were of a similar volume to the soundtrack. As a result, I feel that I was able to use this technology well to benefit my production and make it more successful, as the voiceovers were now clear to the audience. During the photo shoot, I used my iPhone to take my images. The phone carries an 8 megapixel camera with a 2.4 aperture lens, so the images were of good quality and made good use of natural lighting. Although I didn't need it, the camera also has an LED flash. The camera is easy to use and has an autofocus and facial detection, although I can also tap areas that I want to be focused. This enabled me to take clear images which I have used within my ancillary tasks. However, it could be said that I have used this form of technology ineffectively, as audience feedback identified the image quality as a weakness within my ancillary tasks. During the production of my ancillary tasks, I used Adobe Photoshop and InDesign. I use Photoshop to manipulate my images and text, and this can be seen within the colour of these features. For example, I use Photoshop to change the colour and size of the text of the ancillary tasks. This was especially useful in the production of my poster, as it allowed me to follow the house style of BBC Three exactly, as the eyedropper tool allowed me to match the colour from the channel logo onto that on the title of my production. Photoshop also allowed me to manipulate my images and fix mistakes within costume, which can be seen within the image of the two girls. The dark-haired female had straps hanging out of her dress, and I didn't like the way this looked, as it was somewhat distracting. To make this less of an attention grabber, I covered this by using the clone stamp tool and covered it with her skin colour. This made the image look better, as there was less of a focus on that part of her costume. I used InDesign software for the layout of both ancillary tasks. Once I had finished manipulating the images, I imported them into InDesign and placed them where I wanted them. InDesign allowed me to add colour and shapes to my ancillary tasks, and this can be seen particularly within the production of my magazine, Ancillary Task 1. Using this technology allowed me to conform to codes and conventions of magazine, as it meant that I could add features such as a skyline or strip. I feel that I've done this successfully because my audience found the ancillary tasks easily recognisable as the products that they were.